When we were sleeping, I saw a bat, a big bat, that was hovering over our bed. And that time my little sister, I have a sister, the last one was young. So she told me, this bat tried landing on your sister, but I prayed and it didn't, it didn't land. It was spiritual. It wasn't physical. It was spiritual because you couldn't touch it, but it was there. She told me it was there. She could see it. And it tried coming to her, and she was praying and it didn't manage. So it went to my dad. And the moment it went to my dad, it landed and it's like it possessed him. All of a sudden, I don't know where this thing came from, but he was holding a dagger. And this dagger, at the place where you're holding it, it had these engravings, it had these marks that looked so weird. And I was asked, I've never seen that knife before in our house. Where did it come from? Mm-hmm. And I remember he was looking at, my mom was kneeling down before him, it's like, Baba Moni, I am your wife. Don't do this. And he's like, you must say your last prayer today because today is your last day. And she was like, okay, so if it's gotten to this now, you have to get rid of that child. And I was like, I have never done this before. So how do you do it? So she tells me, I have a sister. No, my aunt. She told me my aunt, now she's a perfectionist in, that area of getting rid of children. So she was like, let me contact her and she can give us the way through about this. I was like, okay. And then she told me, meanwhile, you can, try making some concentrated, black tea. If you take it on an empty stomach, maybe the baby will come out. I was like, okay. I felt this urge to, pass gas. And little did I know, it's like the baby had already gotten to a point that they're coming out. So when the moment I just alighted from that bike, I just, I did that thing as if you're passing gas, and water was I was wearing a trouser, water was all over my trouser, and all of a sudden, something just fell, and I touched my trouser, and I could feel a lump, the baby had already come out. And so one day it got to a point that he had met this girl, and he was like, oh, I want, remember how I told you earlier on that I never get satisfied with one woman, He used to tell me things like, every time I see a light-skinned woman, I can't control myself. Like, I just want to be with them. And so this day he tells me, now I want you to start, now I want you to help me help myself.